This new debit card scam can wipe your bank account clean in seconds. Here's how to avoid it. Imagine waking up, grabbing your phone to check your balance, and your entire bank account is gone. Not a dollar left. No overdraft protection, nothing. That's exactly what's happening right now with the brand new debit card scam that's spreading across the US faster than ever before. Before we dive in, make sure to comment the word safe down below if you want your money protected. Seriously, type it now so you don't forget. Now, this scam is slick because it looks exactly like your bank's normal activity. Scammers set up fake ATMs, phishing texts, and even spoof bank numbers. You swipe your debit card once, and within seconds, they have full access to drain your entire bank account. That's the even crazier part. But here's what makes this terrifying. If your credit card gets hacked, the money technically never leaves your bank. Fraud department investigates, and you're protected by law. It's called the Fair Credit Billing Act. Now, but with a debit card, that money comes straight from your checking account. Your bills bounce. Rent payments fail. That's the even crazier part, when your rent payment fails. And it could take weeks before the bank even decides if you'll get that money back. Pay attention to what I just said. It will be weeks before the bank decides if you get that money back. A lot of people like to argue about this and say, oh no, you have protections. They're gonna give you your money back. That's if the bank decides that they will. Now, like I said a second ago, the Fair Credit Billing Act protects you with credit cards, but with debit cards, you don't have those same protections. Now, there's this one woman in Texas. She swiped her debit card at a gas station. Hours later, she got a zero balance notification. Scammers set up a card skimmer and cloned her card. By the time she called the bank, the money was long gone and she had to fight for months to get it back. Now, I want to check something out real quick, so make sure to comment the word scam if you've ever gotten one of those fake texts pretending to be your bank. I want to see how many of you have been targeted. Now, I'm gonna tell you a quick little story here that literally happened to me this week, and what triggered this video, because I was like, if this happened to me, it can happen to anybody. I got a call from Navy Federal. So I thought it was Navy Federal, right? I didn't answer because I was like, I don't know if that's a scam. I'm definitely not gonna answer that call whatsoever. And then I opened the Navy Federal app, and there was a notification that there had been some fraudulent charges on my credit card. And of course, I picked up the phone and I called the number inside of the app, and I confirmed with them, no, I did not make those purchases. And the reason why Navy Federal knew it wasn't me was because guess what? I barely ever used that card, and let alone for some random weird purchases in another state. They knew it wasn't me. So they reversed them. They closed the card and they said, we're going to send you another card. It'll be there in probably like 7 to 10 business days. Great. You think that's where the story ends? No, it didn't. The next day, I get a text message. Someone has logged into your account. If it was not you, type the word yes if it was, and type the word no if it was not. And the top of the text message, it said Navy Federal Credit Union. But before I typed anything in, I was about to type in no, because remember, this literally happened 24 hours before. Before I typed in, I said, oh, hold on, that's a regular phone number at the very top of that. That's not Navy Federal. So I did not respond to the text, and of course, I picked up the phone and I called Navy Federal immediately to tell them about the situation and asked them, was this you sending me the message? And they said, absolutely not. So of course, I actually respond back to the text message with like a big F you scammers. Good luck trying to scam somebody else, because it ain't gonna work for me. And I reported the phone number to Navy Federal. Then they told me to email a specific number to let them know that they can put this phone number on a list so they can track it to make sure they let everybody know not to fall for this scam. So whoever got a hold of that credit card, they knew that the payments will get stopped, and then they tried to set up a backup scam to scam me to log into my account, and then they could try to wipe out that credit card or my checking account, whatever it may have been. But let me tell you how some of these scams work behind the scenes. They're using two main methods. The number one is skimmers and shimmers. Yes, shimmers. These are hidden devices inside of ATMs or gas pumps that copy your card information. And two is phishing and spoofing. Fake text messages, calls, and emails that look exactly like your bank. Once they've got your card data, they clone it and withdraw your cash instantly. Always stick to your main gut instinct and call the bank directly. Don't respond to text messages. Don't answer those phone calls. Don't respond to emails. Call the bank directly and then figure out if it's actually the bank that's actually doing it. But let me tell you exactly how to stay safe. Of course, I'm always gonna say this, use credit cards over debit cards whenever possible, but never use a credit card if you don't have the money to pay it immediately. If you must use a debit card, stick to machines inside banks, never sketchy ATMs, especially sketchy ATMs at gas stations. Always make sure to cover your PIN when you're typing it in and set up real-time alerts on your bank's app so you're notified of every transaction. One of the biggest things that I do is I wiggle the actual scanner. I wiggle it, pull it, and then I move my hand across it. I know it's kind of crazy, but when I have to get cash, that's exactly what I do because I'm trying to protect my account if I have to withdraw cash from an ATM. I want to give a special shout out to all my beasters out there that are working hard to fix their credit using Dispute Beast, the most advanced AI credit repair software ever created that comes with a 110% money back guarantee. But specifically to Brandon, Brandon's credit score went up 185 points after just one round with Dispute Beast. And Ashley's credit score went up 218 points after just 2 rounds with Dispute Beast. But let's not forget about Julio. Julio's credit score went up 266 points after just 1 round with Dispute Beast. Dispute Beast link is going to be pinned at the very top of the comments and in the video description for anyone that needs to fix their credit. Last part's the most important. Now, why is this important for you? Because this scam is exploding because scammers know debit card users are the easiest targets. With inflation, high bills, and people stretched thin, the last thing you need is waking up broke because of a scammer. Protecting yourself isn't an option, it's survival. Now listen, I understand that a lot of people do not like to use credit cards, but they have to be used as a tool to protect yourself. Even if you just have one reliable credit card when you're out shopping, so you don't put yourself at risk, because the worst thing that could ever happen is you wake up and then now you have to battle with your bank to get your money back. I personally have went through it with 2 different banks before, and my money was frozen for close to 30 days with one and nearly 3 weeks with another. Now, after the second time it happened, I fortunately was already prepared for this, so I have my money in different bank accounts. So more than anything, it's very important to understand to not put all your eggs in the same basket. That puts you at even more risk. I have one bank account for my bills, and then one bank account for my credit cards, and then one bank account for my big payments like my car payment. So that way everything is set up completely separate and I'm not at risk of losing all of them at the same time, because if one account gets locked out, which is your main account, then you can't pay your bills on time and you can actually rack up a bunch of late payments if it goes past that 30-day mark. Now, fortunately, it hasn't happened to me, but it's not to say it's not possible. So just remember, you want to be prepared at all times. This is not about fear mongering. I want you to be prepared because these scams are on the rise. Now, if you made it this far, you're already smarter than 90% of people who still swipe their debit card everywhere. But knowledge is only power if you use it. So here's what I want you to do. Comment the word safe right now so you never forget this warning, and share this video with someone you care about. And if you have any collections, charge-offs, or negative items that you need to delete from your credit reports, make sure to watch this video right here because it's gonna show you how AI will do all the work for you, mail the letters, and it comes with a 110% money back guarantee. And if you felt that I brought you some value in this video, make sure that you don't forget and subscribe to increase your credit score.